Hey y'all, it's Sheila. Thank you for stopping by and spending a few minutes of your day with me. I am still hoarse from surgery, so I apologize for that. I also need to apologize to Frances from Happiness Sparkles. She sent me a beautiful plaque, and I told her when I ever got to do another video, it would be sitting here, front and center, but I couldn't get my cup and my phone and me and a plaque up the steps. I'm not supposed to be going up the steps. I took them one at a time. I want to thank y'all for all the cards, calls, texts, emails, posts on Facebook. I appreciate it so. I have correspondences I have not answered. My body has never been put to sleep for 11.5 hours before. I've had trouble with anesthesia before and felt like it took me a little while to get back to being myself, but I'll be looking at my phone and there'll be a message from someone and I'll think, oh, I need to answer them, and a commercial will come on television or something will happen. I'll be, look, oh, there's a bird. There's a bird. There's a bird outside the window. What kind of bird is that? I'm being a little goofy. My attention span is a little short, and I have to really concentrate. And sometimes when I try and respond to something, I'll get it typed out, and then I'll look at it, and I'm like, that makes no sense at all. None. So Mary Ellen from the channel Mary Ellen After 60 mentioned in a video not long ago that, she felt like she was getting back to herself after her surgery. I'm waiting on that moment. I'm waiting on that moment, y'all. I am in a flannel shirt. This is what my doctor prefers me to wear, something like this that opens down the front. He said, just wear a couple of your husband's flannel shirts. My husband has no flannel shirts. He doesn't wear flannel shirts. I had to go out and buy a couple of flannel shirts before my surgery. So that's what I'm wearing. Things went well during the surgery. Did the deep flap, created my new breast. I'm sitting rather close because I still will not be able to wear a bra for 2 weeks. So I have two very different breasts. Very different breasts. Do you hear me? And then I had a little complication. I had a complication from the pain med. Our hospital had a shortage of liquid dilaudid, which is what they usually give me after a surgery, in the pump that you can press the button, or by IV. They didn't have that. And for oral pain meds, for something like this, I take Demerol. So they decided, since they had no Dilaudid and I could take Demerol, they would give it to me by IV. I cannot take Demerol by IV. Yeah, I was a quack. I was a certified quack. I was telling stories, people in the room, and I would just interrupt with riding bicycles down near the river with someone that I'm not even friends with. Someone I don't even really know. And just various stories. And I remember at one point, my son and my husband were in the room, and I can't remember who else. And I started talking, and my husband was looking at me like that. And I looked at him and I said, David, none of this is true, is it? It's not true. He said, no, Sheila, it's not true. David was really concerned about me. He had never seen me in that frame of mind, and he talked to the doctor, and the doctor said, quite frankly, I would rather see her like that than in pain. And then the next day or so, time has escaped me. I have no sense of time during this surgery. The liquid Dilaudid was back on hand, and they gave me that, and I didn't talk any more crazy stuff. I mean, crazy stuff. My doctor is wonderful. I'm going to start out by telling you this. My plastic surgery was done by a dentist. Yes, he's a dentist. His brother is a neurosurgeon. He started out being a dentist, and then he wanted to do oral surgery and work on children with cleft palates and adults with deformities. And so he said to his wife, "Wife, do you care if I go back to school?" And she goes, "Whatever makes you happy." So he became an oral surgeon. And while he would be in the operating room working in tandem with other doctors, he would want to hang around to see what the plastic surgeons did. This was up north, and they're like, "Go on, you're done, go on." He's like, "Can I just watch?" And they're like, "No, you'll never be able to do this." This happened many times with him because he had such a thirst to see the procedures they did, and such a pulling, internal pulling, that he wanted to see how they fixed little children's faces and deformed adults. The chief of staff said to him one day, he said, "I've seen you have your feelings hurt several times, but Sam, they're right. You'll never be able to do this." And he said, "Sam, as a dentist and as an oral surgeon, you will never be able to do this. You could do this as a plastic surgeon." So he told me he went down the hall and picked up the first phone he came to, and he called his wife and he said, "Wife, are you okay with me going back to school to be a plastic surgeon?" And she said, "Whatever makes you happy." He is a very gifted plastic surgeon, very gifted. Every nurse I had at the hospital sang his praises. Other doctors that have worked on me that came in sang his praises. He is 100% a perfectionist. And things looked really good with my breast and my stomach until one of the nursing staff, he doesn't allow anyone to change his patient's dressings but him. And he came by twice a day to do that. And then on maybe the third day, he put me in the abdominal binder, which I have on now. And one of the nurses decided to take it upon herself to open it. And when she closed it, she pushed it up under my new breast. And it caused a blockage of part of the blood supply. So when he came in that night, I said, "This doesn't feel right." And he said, "Who messed with it?" I said, "Staff." I didn't have the strength to pull the binder apart. So he took the binder off of me because it had caused a very large hematoma. And he told David to take the binder home with him, not to leave it there. He didn't want it messed with anymore. Due to that, I have an area right over in here on my new breast that went necrotic. And I lost some tissue. But so far, with his care, being at his office almost every other day since I've come home, he thinks it's going to fill in with new tissue and be okay. Hopefully in 2 weeks, 2 more weeks of wearing this binder, my abdominal incision, I had a little setback with that, and it was trying to pull apart a little. The binder has stopped fluid from building up. I have all my drains out now, and in 2 weeks, hopefully, I'll be without the binder, and I'll be able to wear some sort of a bra, because I do look quite funny. One new bra, one new breast, one old breast. This flannel shirt actually camouflages it some, but I am doing okay. My attention span is short. I have tried watching videos, and my goal was to leave a heart or some sort of little emoji so that the creator would know that I had watched it. And I have found myself watching videos and forgetting to do that. I am trying to watch some videos. I have not been able to do one myself until today. My head is more clear today. I'll be glad when the effects of this anesthesia leaves me. And this is getting rather lengthy and I'm getting more hoarse. I just want to thank you all so very much for your kind words, your gifts, your phone calls, your texts, your emails, your posts on Facebook. I appreciate you also. So I'm going to get off here and I'm going to go back down those steps one at a time before anybody realizes I've been out of my room. I don't want to get a scolding. Y'all have a great day. Make it a great day. Every day is truly a great day to have a great day. It is. And I'll see y'all later, my friends. Take care now.